Good afternoon, Commissioners. Good afternoon, everyone. We are ready to proceed. Good afternoon, Mr. Kabu. I hope you had a good lunch. And you've had a chance to gather yourself. I know you were quite emotional during the last session. I hope you feel better now and you're ready to proceed.
Yes.
Okay, I will just do my usual recap of the last session, just briefly before we continue so that you will know where you stopped.
For kanabula wato men kulu kunduta ntata kontongola hakil bulandiro kela wato.
You narrated what happened to you at the NIA premises.
Yes, certainly. Men kitela NIA wala sansango kono.
And your subsequent detention and torture there.
Andu inate muta ke tajire ya katilimbali ya kulu kela.
At the hands of Alaji Idrissa Job.
Men ya lonko Alaji Idrissa Job.
AKA Alaji Moore. With other members of his group, including Jim Drame. And of course, we can all remember that sprint that you made from the NIA premises to Banjul headquarters. Banjul Police Headquarters. And this was in broad daylight, in public, through the streets of Banjul, with you stark naked.
Nyamutili bula baleti, ite balakensen tan nimfulo. Yesilo muta wanyale beborkang, fumulu kabule nokang, itata wale nyama hanfo ifutata Banjul Police Station.
You eventually landed at the office of your Director General Bunsane.
Director General from the office of Bunsane.
And several other senior members of the NDA were present. And after he observed your condition, he took you back to the NIA director. And subsequently, you were left again. You were left under the custody of the NIA personnel who were responsible for your ill treatment. A panel of investigators was formed to investigate into the case. And these included NIA officers who were responsible for your torture. You told us that you believe the role of that panel was not to uncover the truth. But instead to cover up the crimes of the NIA. Which were revealed by one of their accomplices during that same panel discussion. You were then detained at the NIA despite your innocence. And you received no medical attention for your wounds. You also mentioned the torture that was inflicted on some of the accomplices of the NIA, the Guinea foreign nationals. Aning inata menke wo gine fanan dingulu la men yalon ko be mutokono amonta abe nyakili munyama yolu fanalu tilimbali ya wole nyama. I hope you're okay, Mr. Cabo, because I see you bending down. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, just kindly sit up properly.
Akoye si kuke amunta si enyatilila.
And you also told us about a Fuller man, an old Fuller man who was brutally tortured by Alaji Moore and his group.
Ye fulake keba do fanan na kumofo me yalonko wo fanan Alaji Moore na la mulu itelle yo keba fanan muta ka tajire ya katilimbali ya kulukala.
You also explained the fact that you were being held at the NIA partly to cover the torture that they had carried out.
Amunta fanan ila imuto NIA ye taraje purke mutaje nyim fanan da bijele ye tajire ya ni tilimbali ya menkela imalla fi yefindi molu yo je balo bala ila fita anun nale.
And basically to make time for your wounds to heal.
Wala mindi purka wato dira ho bara molu sikende.
From, I believe it was, we were talking about the ordeal of this old Fuller man who had been brutally tortured by Alaji Moore and his group when the break came up.
Ako ngamera mne break wato after asita wato mena wayatra itebe kacha kama tumu ebedi amukanyim fula keba la kola yemenu muta ya tajire ya hanfo ina tete dunde aselo kono ya taraje.
We had just concluded on that issue, so let's move forward and tell us what happened after that.
Awo fanna banne bitun sayin nsitenten ya fonye mune natake obekola.
Na detention o NIA.
My detention at the NIA.
Lunkili nembalo mandia.
One day I wasn't feeling fine.
Then balama kuyanata muta.
I was feeling not unwell.
Lamin Mane Mimbe la church office Nandan Samba clinic or to behind State House.
Lamin Mane, who is at their church office, took me to the clinic behind the State House.
Military clinic column.
It is a military clinic.
Kabrin Tataje.
When we got there,
nga nurse dole taraje ka fay couple Sambu.
We found a nurse called couple Sambu.
Atebota Bakar Sambu yale Brikama.
The nurse is from Bakar Sambuya.
Kabra in check.
When the nurse checked me,
akabeng admit lale.
The nurse said that I was going to be admitted
because mbalo benyaming.
Because of the state of my body.
So mbe woltoje.
We were on that.
Akmal la rankang.
The nurse asked me to lie on the bed.
Janna ben treat la, ka janna ben attend na.
Before I could be attended to.
Lamane ka embatu nga call ke.
Mane said to the nurse, allow me to first of all make a call.
I call ke NIA headquarters.
He made the call to the NIA headquarters.
Ako nurse kenno e couple Sambu yako iko ikana admit bari boro diala aliamur ingamurum.
He said to the nurse couple Sambu that they said that you should not admit him, just give him medicine and allow me to return back with him.
And do you know who they were talking to at the NIA?
NIA.
Senior officer
I do not know, but I know that it was a senior officer that he was speaking to.
And why were you taken to the military hospital? Why not the RVTH?
Because
because they didn't want people to see the horrors meted on me by the tortures they did to me.
So what eventually happened?
Then PCM paracetamol sachet clean edina.
They gave me one PCM paracetamol sachet.
Dunta moto kono morunta NIA.
I got into the vehicle and we returned back to the NIA.
Then Lamin Mane nata murundi selo kono ofula pabi bedaming.
Then Lamin Mane returned me back to the cell where the old Fulda man was in.
Bijele.
I was there.
And for talalulu moljita wato min.
Until 5 o'clock when work had closed.
And when you went to the military clinic, do you feel that you were adequately taken care of? Were your wounds and your injuries taken care of? Did they receive enough attention?
Akobritata o sojar lopitalo bara molu menu be bala kul men ketela fodum ila miraroto ye topoto kule bang ye anyama le bang kaborol dila kela bara molu topoto.
No, couple Sambu yami itandila ko iseng njara no natre bang admit lale. But nyulo ko iteng admit la se paracetamol da maldina.
Couple Sambu said to them that they could treat me if they admitted me. But these people told him just to give me paracetamol and to allow me to return.
So you left untreated?
Amunta ibotaje wonyale mejara.
Na keta paracetamol minti ngam nimin tata nyola.
except the paracetamol which I went along with.
Please carry on.
En Lamin Mane tata emurundi selo konate tata.
Lamin Mane took me back to the cell and he left.
Then I'm later 5 o'clock ma fangola after working hours I am funtindi.
It took a long time, around 5 after the working hours, he brought me out.
Akonyeko
and he said to me,
nga order soto ko saying after working hours lebe funtila banta.
I have orders from now that it is only after working hours that you can come out.
Then de funtinya keta voltije.
So my coming out was through that.
So now funti wato after working hours.
So my dad coming out after working hours.
Nata modo je miyalon kay mbalo je baraka balafata nyele.
I saw someone who said that he saw my condition and he was sympathetic towards me.
But by then atemu security letuno atakara bundalt.
But at that time, that individual was a security who was posted at the door.
Lamin Senghor testified as an assassin.
His name is Lamin Senghor and he testified here. They call him assassin.
Okay, woka manna bije.
As a result of that, we were there.
Anata kentertije.
He became my friend.
Abenni na family tema banta.
He was the liaison between me and my family outside.
Warala authorities malonde.
But his authorities were not aware of this.
Then anata mako official SIM card.
He assisted me to acquire an official SIM card.
And are you aware of this Lamin Senghor, aka assassin, of the fact that he was actually part of the interrogators on Alhaji Moore's team?
Ako foi puta yalon ne ko nyin Lamin Senghor wala assassin ate fango be molle kono me yalon ko ibe Alhaji Moore law molle kono men ka molu tajire yake liba.
Until a time minna NIA be security le as a gatekeeper.
The interpretation apparently is not accurate. Interrogation, not torture. Interrogation team.
Okay, until a time olunje abe security le gatekeeper, security abe security side le na time oje NIA.
The time that I was at the NIA, he was a security officer posted at the door.
So
are you aware of whether he had actually taken part in any of the tortures that happened at the NIA at the time?
Otemboy burakala mala bang ka tajire ya men ka molu la je fo ama beta dolu tole bang NIA je.
Honey, to be very honest, honey.
No, to be very honest.
All right, carry on.
And na natat keterja benni na family tema NIA buka kalamuta.
We became friends and he was between me and my family and the NIA weren't aware of this.
Then na family nata official SIM card odiala.
My family gave him an official SIM card.
Nabe duties wato wati.
Each time he is on duty,
suton naka dendele nka call ke nka lawyer mboj call.
We used to stand aside during the night and I will make a call to Lawyer Mbuj.
On 90-1555 nka mboj call wala.
On 90-1555, that's the number I used to call Mbuj on.
And in Barindi Ndobije Fatu Baro 916378.
And one of my nieces, Fatu Baro.
Yes, Mr. Cabo, just to leave out the numbers to protect the confidentiality and privacy of those individuals, please. Thank you.
So ni walka diamu puru na situation olombe nyame NIA.
So I used to communicate with them to let them know what my situation was in the NIA.
So lunkilimbi ulara mafango.
One day in the evening,
gate balagele security je.
Because I used to sit close to the gate at the security where they were posted.
Nga ambulance oje alota.
I saw an ambulance park.
Ye ambulance londi mojita je abi stretcher kono. Nyin lopitan larang kono.
The ambulance, I saw someone brought down who was on a stretcher.
Then kabira jita.
When they brought the person down, where they usually parked their vehicles,
assassin from the duties on that day.
That was where we were seated. Assassin was on duty that day.
Then
they brought the person down there.
So NIA escort nama wolong ala kotonya.
The NIA officer that escorted that person on the stretcher, I do not know the person, but I used to see him.
But kabirata ta konota abulaje.
But after he went inside and left him out there, I asked for his name.
Please continue.
Then akwatomo Alhaji Sajo leti.
Then he said his name was Alhaji Sajo.
Asimo bebe baramarine.
All his leg was wounded.
Ngani ninka.
I asked him,
I
asked him, what happened to you?
Ako Jim la bum pistulo la singoto.
He said Jim shot him with a pistol on his leg. I asked how.
Ako atefana mu Guinea-Bissau nkoleti.
He said he too is a national of Guinea-Bissau.
Atel ning Ansumana Fati wal nata kata Karamo Drame.
That he came alongside Ansumana Fati and Karamo Drame.
And do you know whether he was part of that particular group that were involved in the drug operation?
Akufayalo nako atafananda be umolle kono men yalon ko ibo drug tamando kono.
Wolo mate jejere wolo na first time tikaji.
On that day I did not see him. That was the first time I'm just seeing him.
Please proceed.
And ako Jim la bung pistulo la singoto.
He said Jim shot him with a pistol on his leg.
Ako nye Ansumana Fati mimbe ye milimuta.
He said to me, Ansumana Fati, that is arrested.
Ye lojo minte be steri lojo minto.
Where they were lodged.
Atate la bagaso le kama purka funtindi.
He had gone there to pick their luggage, to take them away.
Bagas funtindi wato.
And as he was taking the luggage out,
ako NIL ani iduntanyola woldo.
He got into trouble with the NIA there.
Ala borwato le Jim ya bunga singoto.
And it was when he tried to run away that he was shot on the leg. That was when I got to know that truly what Ansumana said was the truth.
So after the
he wanted to talk to me.
Jim Wolkana Walling.
And Jim and the others were approaching.
So yeah, stretcher samba inatata.
So they took the stretcher and went away with him.
But na stage,
but our stay there,
akanaje time to time aning krocho.
He usually came there from the time to time and he had scratches.
And during this time, were you able to observe some of the activities that some NIA officers, including Alaji Moore, used to do?
Alaji Moore na la okafunyolu ikakulu minu tamandi je fo ila taro wuche okono je ya cross le banga katara mun kullela
bao ulara mafa lente katara bantaje ning ila security.
Yes, since it's usually in the evening time that I am out there with their security officers.
Defano nyala je
in my presence.
They drink
alcohol in my presence and God is a witness.
Alaji
Moore and his people outside there. I can say that Alaji to the NIA, he was like a king.
Alaji who?
Alaji Moore. Job akadolo minyala je Guinness ikawole londi kabol anala mori ka amin
Alaji Moore
ikamotol park daming ala be sede ari.
You should drink Guinness, he and his people in my presence there, and God is a witness.
And you said he was like a king at the NIA. What do you mean by that?
Akoni ko abele ko man sakeo NIA je wokoto mu muneti
ndenyala nye na mimfo wala kalo.
In my presence there, whatever he said stood.
And do you know where he got that authority from?
Yalo na yo sembo wodaming.
No, I don't know.
Did you hear anything about where his purported authority came from?
For imamu ifanang allow sembo ayasoto nyadile animinto.
Yalo alaji aketa multimedia lonko aka director fango ake nenele.
You know, Alaji is someone that used to trick even the directors.
Even kabra natantola drug squad.
Even when he came to our drug squad,
the mentality I mean in the director Laboko is dealing directly with the president.
He gave our directors this mentality that he was dealing directly with the president. Nobody, people were scared of him. And they never did anything if he is not there. That has happened in my presence on many occasions.
So
that is what made him that much strong in the NIA.
Were you able to verify whether this was true or not, that he was dealing directly with the head of state?
Honey? No.
And please continue.
Then journalist
the coming of the journalist Pamodu Fall and Emil also found me there. For me, that was beaten. They also my body.
And fulanjango ifana ila kalfal fanang ila journalist kebal wolfana imbalo jele.
And secondly, the head of the journalist fraternity also saw the condition of my body.
And also, o kasamas rebelo le ka fo min lafta rebelo min lafta coup d'etat kela wolfana na intara jele.
And also the Casamas rebels that were accused of staging a coup d'etat, their coming also found me there.
Do you know any of their names?
Fo ye moto longi kono le ba.
O Casamas rebel ma moto lom bar NIA ni martanu jiborola e ka fay Keba Seka.
Those Casamas rebels, I do not know their names, but the NIA officer who was responsible for Jiboro, his name was Keba Seka.
Because he ani wol beke nyokanjele.
Because they put him and all of them together.
Aning fanang kabri ke buto en katara sidem bandara barika lampo ko to je santole ibeli pakam obe keta nyala jele.
And also when they have been tortured, I was outside, but if you look at the bulb underneath it, you could see them being beaten.
And who was carrying out those tortures?
Alaji Moore and his people.
And what about these people? Did you have a chance to look at them? Did you recognize them?
No, ye blandi la pick up ole kono.
No, they were put inside their pickup.
After a bulol fong cityle.
After they tied their hands,
then he lota opposite middle direct straight or building or yebe jindi wodal toje.
So they stood opposite the building as you got inside.
Ndolbe siring ikela motol park dami.
We were seated where they usually parked their vehicles.
And you've already mentioned the case of Alaji Sajo, I believe, who was shot in the leg.
And
you kept on referring to Jim. Can you just give us his full name?
And Jim Jim saying a tour for mume o kario futandi.
Olong Ibrahima Drame.
That is Ibrahima Drame.
And is that different from Jim Drame?
Wala la nickname ti Jim mala nickname let.
Jim is his nickname.
So Jim Drame is also known as Alaji Drame, and he was the director of operations at the NIA at the time.
Yeah, Ibrahima Jim Drame.
Ibrahima Jim Drame.
Thank you for that information. Kindly tell us how long you were detained for at the NIA.
I spent 4 weeks there.
And during this time, were there any other occasions where you got to witness any incidents of torture by Alaji Moore and his group or by Jim Ibrahima Drame?
These were the only ones that I witnessed.
So what eventually happened?
Then one day, which was on a Thursday, I was inside the cell with this old Fuller man. Sukuta came to pick me up. He took me outside. I found that the Guineans and Lamin Sima were already on board a vehicle. And they asked me to get to board. I boarded. The vehicle left
police station
to the police station.
Banjul.
In Banjul. When we got there,
officer first name Sam, but
there was an officer, but I know only his first name. He's called Sam.
Lamin Mane.
From Brikama, Lamin Mane.
Wallen Sambaje.
They were the ones that took me there. When we arrived,
present Samia, meaning duty commander.
They presented us to Sam, who was the duty commander. He said to them,
can you give us the full name of Sam, please?
Sam to be for Kondo.
Officer Sam, to be very honest.
I only hear him being called Officer Sam, but I do not know his last name.
What about the particular unit he was attached to?
Police Charge Office Banjul.
Police Charge Office Banjul.
And that's the police station, Banjul.
Yes.
Let's carry on.
Then bige I am present Sam Kaiko ila bagasoldum.
We were there. They presented us, and Sam asked, "What about their luggage?" He said to them, "I wasn't asked to bring them along.
No mobile
My mobile was left there. These other ones too, none of us went with anything. Up till this day, we didn't see them.
So also
the following day, which was on a Friday,
arraigned before the court.
We were arraigned before the court. GRTS came. The court took place. Idris Ambai was the magistrate. What we were charged
conspiracy
was for conspiracy.
And the other one more obstructional.
Other one was obstruction.
Yeah, that was the first charge.
That was the first charge that was charged against me.
Then Idris Ambai
Then Idris Ambai said
Banjul ala Magistrate Court lacked the justification to hear that case.
that the Banjul Magistrate Court lacked the jurisdiction to hear the case.
I refer back to Brikama.
He referred the case back to Brikama.
I remind.
But he reminded us.
Can I just remind you about the particular charges that you were charged with? And Mr. Chairman, I'm just reading from the Point newspaper article dated Wednesday, the 10th of March, 2010. And it says that they were arraigned on a 5-count charge of conspiracy to defraud, obtaining money by false pretense, obstructing a police officer, possession of prohibited drugs or controlled drugs, and possession of drugs for the purpose of trafficking. Is that correct? Is that what you were charged with?
Yes.
And before this time, were you charged at the NIA during the 4 weeks of your detention?
Nina man tol charge. Ntoli entol keselo kono le nidia kama.
We were never charged. We were just put in the cell like that out of their own liking.
Was a statement obtained from you at the NIA?
Honey?
No.
Were you given access to a lawyer?
Honey?
No.
And the phone calls that were facilitated by Lamin Senghor, were they official or were they incognito?
Yo telephone commandiro luke watu men Lamin Senghor ka Simon nati. Woldum amunta yesilo soto ila official bulu purka commandiro luke fodum kullo commandiro lewol.
Sunyarto anin kullo kullo nka kele fa Lamin Senghor la bala fa la tinankake.
We were having those clandestine calls as a result of the mercy that was extended to me by Lamin Senghor.
So you were detained incommunicado at the NIA during that 4-week period?
Amunda wolokuna no me yake NIA wole mnyinti itel lamiroto inimmo manya nyomo ila banda.
Ha.
Yes.
So the first time you heard about the charges was when? Was it at the Banjul Police Headquarters or at the courthouse?
What follow me yenyin tumirolu moy. Banjul Police Court tolem fulun courthouse.
Courthouse lom. Before Idris Ambai.
At the courthouse before Idris Ambai.
So did you have the benefit of being advised by a lawyer at that time?
Fodu otembo yenyin silo sotule pro lawyer si iya marikuola.
Ma asset sotono lawyer to because kabri natit aramiso.
I did not have access to a lawyer because when I was brought on the Thursday,
O arjumo somanda
the following
Banjul Street.
Friday in the morning, we were taken straight to the courthouse.
Please tell us what happened during the trial without just going into details. Perhaps tell us how long the trial lasted and what was the eventual outcome.
Saying afonyen kito keta nyaming hanima be kilin sata bari kito nyin tamata nyaming nin kito nyin nata ba nyaming kolu lata nyaming abonye nyoto bang.
Nata ta mile 2 mbe mile 2.
We eventually went to mile 2 and we were in mile 2.
Ngalokum fulasoto jela jani be case transfer la Brikama.
We spent 2 weeks there before the case was transferred to Brikama.
And how did you get to mile 2? What happened before you got there?
Itara mile 2 nyadile muneketa jani bita mile 2.
Kabria for Idris Ambai ko ala court lacked the justification to hear the matters.
After they took us to Idris Ambai and he said that his court lacked the jurisdiction to hear the matter.
And that is how you were remanded there?
Lako wolem wotumolem ye somebody mine mile 2.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the conditions of your detention there before we move ahead to the rest of the case.
Janimbe tende na kakonyi mbeba afonye mile 2 kasoje jela kulubi nyadile isi mune fono jema.
Ntata mile 2 kabirim futata yensamba room number 4.
We went to mile 2 and when we arrived they took me to room number 4.
Mo 18 nebe bungo kono je.
There were 18 people in that cell.
9 ne kela santo.
9 would slip up.
9 bela la duma.
The other 9 will lie under.
Somandani ayel 8 o'clock.
When they opened the cell 8 o'clock in the morning,
Dasamo 12 ya sorong.
There would be breakfast and then by midday they will lock it up again.
Nin 12 ya sorong 2 o'clock ya yele kontonga ni salewato.
During 2 o'clock they will open the cell, lunchtime and also time for prayers.
Then 5 o'clock ya sorong.
Then at 5 o'clock, they will lock up again.
Near sort 5 o'clock for so more talansei.
When they lock up at 5 o'clock, the next time they open is 8 o'clock the following day.
What was the sanitary condition of the cell, and perhaps tell us about how well ventilated it was?
Selo nyinkono abenyadi le senaya la karola anim fana fonyo kadunno je le bang ale fonyo silo suton ne bang
selo 20 liter bidon fleka wala ke keno tutaka min kono anin sumna kata dame nongal ni wobe katara bun kono jel.
In the cell there were 2 20-liter drums. One is for urine, the other one is for going to the toilet. And you have to stay with these 2 pans inside the cell there.
For how long did you have to stay with them? For a period of how long?
Ite wati jelleke ini wo panol be o selo ko.
Ay lokun sabasi jelena.
Almost for 3 weeks.
And were they emptied at frequent intervals?
For ikana nyin panol kamale kate bonke seneyandi bang wati ni wati.
Inmate sol mimbi je momo ka ton sotole. Eka selo fita and eka nyim potol samba kate seneyandi.
The inmates that were there took it in turns to empty these containers and also to tidy up the cell.
Did you have access to other toilet facilities like a proper bathroom?
Fodum yesilo sotole puru isi kudolu sotono men keta fan topototi fan seneyando ko ka fo kudula fo fanan sotota jele bang.
Ha sotta jele ba ninda elta mo be ke borrel rangola kakeje. Do fango ka selo soron 12 vol fango meku.
Yes, that was available, but when each time the cell is opened, people used to rush and there used to be a line. And it always happens that even when the cells are supposed to be closed by 12, you'll find some people who have not yet taken bath.
And what was the ventilation like as well as the temperature in the cell?
Sayem fonyo kadunno je nyaadile ani selo kono kandobe je nyaadile.
Kandobe jele de.
It's hot inside there, but you have to bear because you are not there out of your own volition.
Did you have any insects like mosquitoes there?
All
They were there.
Plus these small black flies.
And tell us how long you were remanded for, which is connected to perhaps how long your case went on for at the court.
Afanyen ye wuche jele keriman. Wairi wotumo ila kito be kerim fo ila kito wuche umbe ketaji ole nyama bang.
Ngalo kun sabasoto jele.
I had 3 weeks there.
Then nimbita court.
When I'm going to court,
o rebelo li komilia kudeta ke ni beke motoba le konma ngatara sirin tepte potos paramilitary ninki dolbe lorin kunto.
And those rebels, they are accused of staging a coup d'etat. We were always taken together.
Are those the Casamas rebels you're referring to, the ones you left at the NIA?
Akufole wo Casamas rebelolti yemenu to NIA bang.
Ha, inatan tera mile tule. Even journalists will find inatan tera mile tule.
They came alongside the journalist and they found me at mile 2.
Ay modu nala molu.
At Moldu and his colleagues.
You also told us that the last time the matter was mentioned in court before Idris Mbai, in the magistrate's court, he said he lacked the jurisdiction to entertain the case.
Enyum fonyanko kiti bunda laje Idris Mbai wole moti la kito be membulunum bari anantanyina foko itelumang wolodu la soto purka o kito tamandi itella dinkiratu je.
Ha,
yes.
Was the case taken anywhere else after that?
Foi nata kito soundi dinkira dotele ukola ba.
Inata soundi Brikama but from one adjournment to other.
They eventually transferred the case to Brikama, but it was one adjournment after the other.
Which court in Brikama?
Kiti Juma member Brikama.
Brikama Magistrate Court.
The Brikama Magistrates Court.
Was it the High Court or the Magistrates Court?
Ako kiti bunda ba santon ko leng High Court full Magistrate Court lem.
Magistrate Court long.
It was the Magistrate Court.
And do you remember which magistrate?
Foi hakilo sibula Magistrate Juma la bije.
Magistrate Foster.
It was Magistrate Foster.
Nga kontong long Foster, Magistrate Foster.
I only know his surname.
And did anything significant happen to you during the trial before Magistrate Foster's court?
Fo kukuma se sotole ba mense kela wato men ibe ikakitoke ike kitindi Magistrate Foster nyati lingolaji.
Ngani kuya soto nune wato mbe NIA.
Yes, something saddened me while I was at the NIA.
Ndingo bantamma kalamuta.
My child died and I was not aware.
For inata belo dinawo watole.
Until when I was bailed,
Nata kalamuta.
then I got to know.
Nadinol fana na school in Musafa Tinya Talakatu school jotije.
My children also, I can say that their schooling was almost destroyed because there was no one to pay for them.
Nadimbal fana sofata back and komale.
My family too suffered in my absence.
Because ntelom breadwinner to family to.
Because I am the breadwinner of the family.
Then inatam bail, foster natam bail.
Then Foster bailed me.
I am bail longomina.
The day that I was bailed, that was the day that I took these photographs.
So case adjoin la.
So we were there and they were constantly adjourning this case.
State bukana watido.
Sometimes the state was never present.
Magistrate fangonata kamfa.
The magistrate got angry.
And this was still before Magistrate Foster.
Magistrate Foster le bulunu.
Yes.
During this time, did they call any witnesses?
There was none.
But you've already said you were bailed.
Yes.
That is when you learned about the death of your daughter.
Yes.
How old was she when she passed away?
Abe 6 years lenu.
She was 6 years old.
And do you know what happened? What was the cause of her death?
They told me that she got sick, that she had a bout of malaria.
And you didn't know this until after you were released?
Yes.
What eventually happened after the trial at Magistrate Foster's court? Did it go to any other court or did it remain there?
Fo atuta Magistrate Foster la kiti bundala wanyale bang. Anata soundi kiti bunda dola.
Anata soundi le Banjul High Court.
It was later transferred to the Banjul High Court.
Before which judge?
Judge Kilinya Jumanya Tilimula.
The first one Mufenkelete
there was more than one judge who dealt with your case.
Yeah, more than one judge.
Was one of them Justice Moses Richards at the time?
Moses Richard will find a transfer the court.
It was transferred to the court of Moses Richard.
And was it before or after that it was dealt with by another judge who you do not remember?
Ako fo jannu wolem bang fo kolalom inata kito nyin sound fo hakilo mamuta.
Minketa kabiri transfer Moses Richard le na case tano.
What happened was when they transferred it, Moses Richard was the one in charge of our case.
Abota wota nata Nkea Magistrate Nke.
After that, it was transferred to Magistrate Nke.
Kabiri Nke bota je Nigerian judge dole fana natata.
After Nke left, another Nigerian judge took over the matter.
Lastly, anata labang Ikpala bulu.
And lastly, it ended with Ikpa.
And whilst it was in the court of Justice Moses Richards, did anything happen to the accused persons that you were charged with?
Watu men abe Magistrate Moses Richards la Carola. Yeteni menu tumi focus on tele men kitab mo lawul kono bang.
Kabrabe Moses Richard bolo apota bolo anatan ke bolo.
Yes, after the case was moved from Justice Richards to Unke,
Nyingine National Solu.
The Guinea nationals
inata Gambia bule tata.
They left the Gambia and returned and went away.
Then
and what was the implication of that?
Ansumana Kabrate Seta.
When Ansumana returned home,
Anyang Tijan Nata Diam Tijandur.
He spoke with Tijandur.
Ako nying NIA la facilitate purkata.
He said that it was the NIAs who facilitated their travel.
Then nada for Tijan in the phone left and Nidiam.
And I said to Tijan, I want to speak to him myself.
Was it an escape or a travel, Mr. Interpreter?
Ikanatale bang for itamatal drone.
NIA ifuntin de Bangkok.
The NIAs took them out of the country.
And they absconded.
Amunta iborta.
Yes.
Okay. Please tell us here what happened after.
Then Tijan nata ala number din Ansumana number din Nadi Amuta.
Jan gave me Ansumana's number and I spoke with him.
Ako NIL kodo di ala purieta.
He said it was the NIA who gave him money so that they could leave.
Sonka altata nyadile.
So I asked him, how did you get out?
Ako sambale for Amdalai.
He said they took them up to Amdalai
Eni tata.
and they went with them.
Can you tell us who facilitated the escape?
Faisa funyi jumale fon keta modi meye o fero luke puri kana.
I mean fonte ay la driver le fonye Lamin Jata.
What he told me, he named their driver, Lamin Jata.
Akole samba for Amdalai.
He said he was the one that took them up till Amdalai.
Ndo wale kodo dila fana ko botan na office le tata.
And that he was the one who also gave them the money, that the money came from their office and they left.
Would you happen to know, would you happen to know who gave those orders to Lamin Jata?
Fanansi ba kala male jumale yo kanglu di Lamin Jata la.
Namira lo tongamira authorities of the NIA wala ba dilela.
In my own thinking, I believe it would be the authorities of the NIA that would give him the money.
And eventually you said the matter got to Justice Ikpala. Where was he sitting, in which particular court?
Eko kuola bandula kito na tafuta Justice Ikpalama. Abe kiti bunda jumale to akasida men.
Ni dunta Banjul High Court.
When you get inside the Banjul High Court,
Straight bunjanga to abe to Santoje.
straight at the story building, that's where it's.
Ni bota Cardiff first, second, then the third High Court abe
If you come from the Cardiff, first, second, the third, that's where he is.
That's fine. I just wanted to know whether it was at the High Court in Banjul.
Aka wo betata laftalo nale numfo High Court lem Banjul sate kono.
And what happened there with Justice Ikpala?
Mune natake ko dunta Justice Ikpala bulutu momen.
Ay na case ta sinya fulale.
He took a case twice.
But wo fulanja ay dandala roke state prosecutor la minketa bahumti.
But on the second occasion, he gave a message to the state prosecutor who was Bahum.
Akai since 2009.
He said to him, since 2009,
Nilkana kitiela.
these people were coming here to the court.
According to the records,
And according to the records,
Maji Jemi Alonka nene appeared kake sedoti.
I have not seen anyone that has ever appeared as a witness.
Akai na next adjournment.
He said to him, in the next adjournment,
Nim witness manna.
if a witness does not appear,
Akai mbe case nin throw out lal.
I will throw out the case.
Akai okay.
He said to him, okay.
Then third day,
Then the third day,
Nata court.
we came to the court.
Bahum manna this time Abdullah wala nata state prosecutor wala nata Abdullah.
Bahum did not come this time, but the state prosecutor that came was called Abdullah.
So Kabira nata
So when he came,
a case mentioned.
he mentioned the case.
Abdullah he is withdrawing the case and he want us to be acquitted and discharged.
Abdullah said that he's withdrawing the case and he wanted us to be acquitted and discharged.
Continue.
Inka, on what basis? You have to give me reasons, me alambenya acquitted and discharged.
This guy told him, on what basis? You have to give me the reasons for them being acquitted and discharged.
Because until kumakanga matala.
Because we cannot just take your mere statement.
I have to put it in records. Then Abdullah Kaiko, we could not get witnesses.
Then Abdullah said to him that they could not get witnesses.
Minyanta testify la, they were seems as if Danile na baribukasong.
Those that were supposed to testify, it appears as if they were begging them and they did not accept to appear.
So are you saying that during this period that you were tried, which was a period of about 2 to 3 years, I believe, not one single witness came to testify on behalf of the prosecution?
Never. No, I will for Abdullah Fanay.
Never, and that was what he also told Abdullah.
What about the NIA officers who had accused you?
NIA la muludu many yete tumi.
Wala witness solti bari wol fanga bukana. Money na manne kono. 2009 for 2011.
They were the witnesses, but none of them usually appears since 2009 up to 2011.
And do you have a copy of this order that discharged you?
Fo yo kaito sotole order be member la me alla kito bang han fo yebula.
Yes, it is inside my bag.
That's okay. I have a copy of it. Mr. Osher, can you please give it to the witness? Just 1 minute. Let me just read the heading. It states in the High Court of the Gambia and Civil Suit HC/33/09/CR/076/AO between the state versus Tijan Dur Babukar Cham Lamin Kabu and Lamin Sima, and it's dated the 12th day of January 2011, and it's signed by Honorable Justice Ikpala. Can you kindly confirm that this is the order? Thank you.
Koisa atonya andino ko nyine mu order nyinti nyine mu kamote ye melondi kaya mewi sate yeteng nyinkaito meka nati
nyine famu.
Yes, this is the very one.
Mr. Chairman, can we please put on the record the order discharging the witness as Exhibit 121C?
Yeah, request granted, Counsel.
So you were eventually discharged of the charges before that were laid before you?
amunta sila ina tebula nyintu mirol men be foima yolu belandi ina tebula.
Yes.
Do you know if anything happened to those people who had tortured you at the NIA, Alaji Moore and Co?
Fo kuna take o molu lerbang Alaji Moore na la o molu men ya lon ko le temuta ye tajire ya NIA.
Yes.
Please tell us about that, please.
Wo fonye mune na rake wala.
Kabrin director Falintawa bunsane botaje inata Benedict Jammenati.
When there was a change of director, when Bun Sane was removed and Benedict Jame replaced him,
Anata Foko, he had to investigate this matter very well.
He said that he was going to investigate this matter very well.
Anata Kodi Holigam Purolia investigate.
He gave this case to Holigan to investigate the matter.
Walia investigate.
They investigated.
Enata je kokotonya lo nyulie tilimbali aleke animbala firingo.
They came to realize that these people broke the law and they acted out of their own volition.
Inate Isamba court.
They took them to court.
Na medical.
Who did they take to court exactly? Can you name them?
Yejumanyo le Samba court. Foisi itolu fono leba.
Alaji Morbe konole.
Alaji Moore was amongst them.
Lamin Dabo bijele.
Lamin Dabo was there.
Omar Jamme bijele.
Omar Jamme was there.
Lamin Mane bijele.
Lamin Mane was there.
Yeni monano le Samba court.
These were the 4 individuals that they took to the court.
Was Jim Drame taken to court?
Jim Drame dum fo yate fanan Samba kitola.
Ima Samba je but during the investigations nga be for le Jime minke but malo why ma Samba before the court.
They did not take him, but during the investigation I told them everything that Jim did, but I do not know why he was not taken.
If I may just remind you, and perhaps we will share this with the commissioners later, but we do have information that Jim Drama was part of that case.
Ako fasi hakilo bulandi andu nyato msinade nga kibaro la bari na takibaro soto janko Jim Drama fanan dabe o kito konole yemenu Samba kitola.
And if I may just read for the benefit of the commission, it's a newspaper article.
Kibar kaitolo nyinti.
Just 1 minute, Mr. Chairman. It's from the Point newspaper, and it's dated Thursday, August 2nd, 2012.
And kibar kaitole asafe amunta 2012 karotili fulanjau August.
It states that the accused persons in that case were Lamin Dabo, Alaji Idrissa Job alias Alaji Moore, former head of the Special Operations Unit at NIA.
Amunta menu tolu foten ko wolle be ko nyin kono ko Alaji Moore atemu operations la nyaton ko leti nung NIA.
I don't know if the Special Operations Unit meant the torture unit, but that's what it says. Ibrahim Drame alias Jim.
Ibrahim Drame Lulka vai Jim.
And he was the NIA Commissioner for Kanifing Division, and Omar Jame alias Boy Boots, the officer commanding West Coast region, and they were the ones who were charged.
Amunta nyilu menu tolu foten yewolle Samba kiti bundala adu yewolle tumi ye kalami kito nyin kono.
And the charges read that they were tried for offenses of assault causing actual bodily harm, common assault, and assault causing grievous bodily harm.
ye tuminyina ko ye nyim tilimbali yale ke ka molu boyin kan ke tajire yake balajato tilimbaliya hanfo ye molu barama amunda wullum koluti ye kalamiro mella itulukan.
And this wasn't the case concerning the witness.
Nyina mu koti me yalonko wala mu itela ko kenyati.
I don't know if you're able to confirm this or if you still don't recall.
Ko fo amalon fo hakilo sitara nyinkan sa to nyaandi wala fo hanimbi hakilo mambulala.
Jim nata ila force appearance atoti jenum. Then later partly inata ateni lamin mani join kanje.
During the first appearance, Jim was not there. It was later that he and Lamin Mane were included.
Very well. And what happened in that particular case? What was the outcome? Just to make a long story short.
Itolu yeteli kitindi menna. Purka ko suti yandi dro mu itella kito nata laba nyadi le mune nata ke.
Manna sambaku.
They did not do things the right way.
Because in the medical paper me yolendi from the military clinic.
Because the medical papers that I sneaked from the military clinic and passed on to my lawyer Mbob,
presently
he presented them.
And security ninata tola le baringalo ne mialon katelaka jojo nyin gadnu.
The security who was protecting the judge, I cannot recall the name, said to me that your case will not go through.
Because what time or even magistrates will find
during those days, even the magistrates, many of them were scared. Some of them even used to run away from the country.
And which particular magistrate was this court before?
Magistrate jumalam ye kito la menyatilula.
Nigerian olo nyina tatola leno. But I've been kele bulu force.
It was a Nigerian, I forgot the person's name, but it was with Nke first.
Kabrinka evidence di Nkela ata.
When I was given evidence, Nke was the one in charge.
And akasamba kule very honestly.
And he was proceeding very honestly.
Surprisingly, ntata appear one day kwa abonda bulle.
Surprisingly, one day when we appeared, we were told that the case was taken from him.
Enata the magistrate, Nigerian magistrate la.
Then they gave it to one other Nigerian magistrate.
Even your court wato.
Even during the court time.
Adiate time in near time in for it all respect.
They never respected the time. They came when they pleased.
Who are you referring to?
NI official, Nim Fulanata, Janni Sabokana is a court stand down to wait for them. Nibuka advised dealer K1. It was never done during the time of that magistrate case.
When two appear, it will take a long time for the other three to appear, and they never give warning in advance as to their lateness.
Was that particular magistrate called Alekbe Adetaiwo?
Wo magistrate ka fole Alekbe Adetaiwo.
Wala form.
Is the very one.
Please tell us what eventually happened.
Ntolnga na evidence di tolfana yela evidence ban tolnga na evidence di magistrate salo leto mobe bala moy kan bay tol ni bela evidence di la nkata magistrate la kembasle but nkela time mo yake open magistrate courtroom let kombe siri nya mobe kala moy par kabrata Nigeria no ya ikasamba kono tole kembasta.
When it was in case time, we used to give our evidence in the open to the hearing of everybody. But when this case was moved to the other Nigerian guy, we usually would give our evidence in the open, and when it came to their turn to give evidence, they will go into the chambers to give that evidence.
I believe the witness said the defense evidence. That's what he was referring to.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay,
is that what you were saying?
Until complainant so nimbe na evidence dealer.
The complainants
the magistrate house le.
When we are giving the complaint,
but the defense all ikabila tonsi tapurka evidence di nkata magistrate la kembas le.
When the complaint, when we are giving our evidence, we give in the
normally when we are giving our evidence, we did all our evidence on open court. But when it is the time for the defense, what they did was they took it inside the chambers, the office of the magistrate. That's how their cases went.
Thank you very much for that clarification. So what eventually happened?
There was nothing that comes out of it. They are all acquitted and discharged with warning.
Nothing came out of it. We were there, and all of a sudden we were told that we were acquitted and discharged and with warning.
What do you mean by that? How could they be acquitted and discharged and then warned? Warned to do what?
Koto mumuneti ye bula ye la kito bang bari ko ye dandalale.
Kabring akabala judgment okay. So judgment dulale.
When he was about to make his judgment, it was during the course of the judgment. When he was making the judgment,
then security nata diamutai.
Then a security officer came and spoke to him.
Everybody in the courthouse, well, they can bear a call. You have a call, you have to answer. So later, Awulta leave the judgment.
Later, he got up, left the judgment.
Then Barrister Kulo was in for the state. Barrister Kulo.
Barrister Kulo was in for the state.
Everything spoiled.
He shook his head and said everything is spoiled.
The magistrate went inside, then came back, and what he said was, I have to tell you that instead of anything, I will warn for the NIA to do something concerning the NDA. So, which is a surprise to us, the complainant, with after all what they did for us, to us.
Are you speaking in English now?
Okay, so how can I meant for...
what I'm trying to say, this is the language he spoke. This is why I'm saying it in English, because it was said in English.
All right.
So that was the all they were accused, and later they were taken from NIA to Trrc squad where I worked.
But you are still continuing in English. Okay. Would you like to switch or?
Okay, kabri work at inate bula, inate transfer kabo NIA, kenati Trrc squad, Alaji Moore and Jim Drame.
After that happened, they were released, and Alaji Moore and Jim Drame were transferred to the Drug Law Enforcement Agency from the NIA.
Do you know who the magistrate spoke to?
The magistrate ni jumale diamutanu.
In the courthouse, I told Tata la konotole.
No, we were in the courthouse while they were inside these chambers.
Did you see any government official in the court premises at the time?
Ko tembo fo man sakundala mojijele me yalon ko anatanan kiti bundala je o tembo.
Na moyle ko iko fenke njogu bale natanunje. I had it. Ndamalo mol kono bot nga moyle ko njogu ba wala natanun.
I heard from people that Njoguba was there. I do not know him, but I got this information.
And do you know what he was doing there, or where did he go within the court premises?
So yalo anata menna je wala be munala je wala atata minto le kiti
Biden Atalon Secretary General.
At that time, he was the Secretary General.
I'm asking, what do you think he was doing in the court, or what information did you receive?
Akamanyenenka abu munela je munela anati je anata munkule la kiti bundala je.
Amala filuwala itamandi ntefe.
He does not want the law to operate as a seat.
So
that these crooks are brought to bear.
So what did he do?
Diamuta ani magistrate le diamuta konoto ngamo nyame then kabaraka funti ngate jele na afundi tatata.
He spoke with the magistrate inside, and as he was going out, I saw him myself.
So you saw him coming out of the magistrate's chambers?
Magistrate la office okono.
Yes.
Nibe sitting courthouse, Banjul courthouse, momo katambita yike jele.
If you are seated inside the Banjul courthouse, anyone that is passing this way, you can see them. And that was the first day too that I got to know that this is Njuguba.
And you believe that the reason why he went into the magistrate's chambers was basically to subvert justice?
Amunta itela tanyala ko. Atela na kata magistrate la bunkono. Amunda na tilimbali yale je puruka tonya buruka.
I have confidence that that is what he came to do.
Because amalla fi luwa itamat correctly between tolni
because he did not like the law to operate in the right way between us and these crooks.
And you had said that during the case, the accused persons were basically waltzing in and out of court, did not respect the adjourned dates and the times. Do you know if they were actually working at that time, still at the NIA, whilst this case was going on?
Kito bekeka ntumomen, enyumfuko man wato bunya, munta wato mendiate kana wulela, ibe dunne be bola, ibukana nyola, andung wotembo fo yalo ne fana fo yani bibe continue kan ila do ko la le bang NIA
ani wo wato interdiclare.
No, at that time they interdicted them.
So they were not working.
Amunta mantara do ko la nu
mantara do ko la barika half salary tale.
They were not working, but they received half salary.
And just to clarify the issue about, the phone call that was received by the magistrate, him going into the chambers, as well as the visit by Njoguba, can you tell us what was the purpose of him rising? Was it to go and answer to a phone call in chambers, or was it in relation to the visit by Njoguba? Did they happen at the same time or at different times?
Ako silang, nyin telephone komandiro men yake kitindirla nyina. Hanfo anata ulika dun kembaskon. Anin Njogubala na silang ibeketa nyola wati kilin na foite mo jam fata nyola le bang fo adalilo mu mune fongoti pour nyin yewuli kata konoto kata wo telephone komandiro ta anin wo kola fo Njogubala na kusoto nyola le bang
ala dungo ma kala muta de njogu bari nga police o jele minnata ala odli nyimbe jojnano kekan akaye idanko.
I was not aware of the time that Njoguba entered inside, but when the judge was making his giving out this judgment, I saw the police officer, his orderly, Njogu's orderly, come and tell him that he had a call to answer to.
So atata wala nyama.
So that was how he left.
Barista Kuloko, everything they spoil.
Barista Kulo said that everything is spoiled. But as he was coming out, I saw him.
And you're referring to the orderly of the magistrate who called the magistrate, right? Do you know who he was?
Magistrate la orderly long for?
Orderly long, but but
yes, it is orderly. I don't know him, but if I see him, I can recognize him. Sometimes we usually meet.
And it is correct that you don't actually know what transpired in that office, but you have told us what you believed happened.
Tonya menketa office kono wairi tije yalong imawlong eko imalong yo bari amunta yemen fonyeteng amunta ilata ko woleketa
ilata la ko woleketa.
I believe that was what happened.
And how did you feel about them being acquitted and discharged for the crimes that that they did against you?
Saying italio kruya kulu menu be ketela anila ujawya biri na ta bula la wonya ite na ta je nyadi le woko yeuta nyadi le
ala ko tonya lafta revenge la lenu.
True to God, I wanted revenge
because ngamne soto le niminka yai to look for Alaji more from one lodge to another.
I had an iron bar with which I used to move around with, looking for Alaji More from one bar to another.
Yeah, most likely ngamo yakana Westfield would la mi bijakana olton kana time oltoje.
I heard that he usually frequent the place at Westfield, and I used to come there to wait for him.
On so many occasions kata Jacaranda barimbukaje.
And on so many occasions I used to go to Jacaranda, but I never get to see him.
Munamendole be Westfield.
There was a monument at the Westfield.
That day I was lucky to see him. But Kabirin Tataje, it was Louis Gomez, me follow enje.
But when I got there, it was Louis Gomez that first saw me.
Because Trust Bank mimbi jembelo rivolto.
Because I was standing at the Trust Bank that was there.
So Louis Natanang.
So Louis came.
Abediamolanye.
And he was talking to me.
That's the time moto malakata.
That was the time I saw him start his vehicle and get away.
Because laughter revenge la laughter njola nimbe farangafa.
Because I wanted to revenge, and if I was to die in the process, I would die.
But I believe that you did not have an opportunity to do that, and thank God for that. And you've also mentioned that Jim Drame is currently your head of operations at the DLEAG.
Amunda yim fanam foko nyin tembe Jim Drame la mwala nyaton koti nyin sirafengo lokele bundala.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Yo je nyadile.
Unfair.
It is not fair.
Please tell us more.
Because Jim aketa multimia lonka kanyal kono mimbi jabu koti ne bara kanyal itandi. Ntenga trial so many occasions. Nka avoid lefang, to be very honest. Because na feel like drug squad atemanyan tarlaje. Jim multimia lonko multilimbalia. Mimbi ate yake. Ite kanake ola boss tibe motol bon lebe pajerol bonda after how many years ndebe siring. Ye woje woni moto kata sign. Akatela boss ntenka avoid le nak. Na enjoy killing taka avoid le completely because malla fin na offense ya kato aben kono la ansai.
Well, what happened is I see him, but after all what this man and his colleagues did to me, I still cannot forget. How can it be fair for that man to be transferred from that department and brought to this department where I work, and this man now is my boss. I avoid him. I don't want to have anything to do with him. Even if I see him, I avoid him. Sometimes he tries to greet me, I don't even look at him. And I don't want to have anything with him because I still remember what he did to me, and I can never forget what he did to me. So the man is there, I am there, but I feel that I have been treated wrongly, and what has been done is not correct.
Because amame fangamo ko ako nimon Trrc manna case dropped. He is the director of operations.
Not long ago, I heard that he said that if I did not drop my case at the Trrc, he's the operations director.
Nate bije ngankana promotion o mira.
Once he's still there, let me not think about promotion.
Asensambano mi alonko even postings la blato dlami mi alonko malafi.
He could even take me and post me in a place where I will not even like.
So what you're saying is that not only did you not receive justice, but actually your torturers are now threatening you.
Amunda wala mintiko menkete la tonya manna tamaje. Amanda wala wo molu meni yete tajireya saying afelenti kamuru ikanafu be silandi kumolu folete me yalonko itelu ye aje wala nyama.
Ha ketanye wol nitanga aje wala nyama.
Yes, that is the way I see things.
Where did you get this information from, the information threatening you from testifying before the commission?
Yenyin kubaro soto mindole ka foko nite nata Trrc nyati lingola ite ate promote la.
Mole afonye.
Someone told me.
Mi alonka sutiata la baki.
Someone very close to him.
Wole call ayafonye.
Who called me and told me.
But
what I told him.
Nkaya manke alati.
I told him that he is not God.
Amanke director.
He is not the director.
Do katila ka promotional ning transfer confirm.
Though he confirms promotions and transfers, we could look at that. That's what I said to that one.
And where is he currently located, his office?
Afela Bijilo, they transferred them from Banjul to Bijilo, now office min Felejang.
He's here in Bijilo, where our office is transferred from Banjul.
Do you know the circumstances surrounding his transfer from the NIA to the NDA?
Faya lonne muna keta sababoti ka bondi NIA ka soundi nan kanati alla sirafenkele bundala.
Because Mimbije, Ntangaje Nyaming,
what was there, as I see things,
the
brutality they did at the NIA
and
the dirt that is on them
and the
fact that they were only working for their pockets,
drug dealing because drugs part officer
they will have access to engage in drug dealing because now they will claim to be drug officers.
Because now
how did I get to know this?
I
heard that transfers came from the top.
So nika drug wafla,
if you have a drug peddler, you bring the person to where drug is available, then the person will have access to easily involved in the business.
But do you know of any particular cases where he is suspected to have dabbled in drugs?
and Sons like his operation I fellow
Not long ago, Saibin A. Madi and Sons operation, he knows something about it.
And can you tell us what you know about it, not what he knows about it? We just want specific information if you know, and if you don't know, just...
Because Saibin A. Madi la case ning,
Saibin A. Madi's case, they found drug there,
official to Mia Kalamuta,
and they were the officers who were aware.
So, Milman Kuke,
those that did nothing, they locked them up.
Milia Kuke,
those that did something, and accessed money, all those are free
because Alaji Moore,
it all
investigator to Matato.
They were the ones investigating that matter.
But Kabrata Dafo,
but when he went to Darfur,
he was brought
they brought him back.
Then investigator la case ke.
The investigators did his case.
Nte amandi amunte.
He did not speak to me personally.
But personally, I mean from moy.
But what he said and what I heard,
Ate ku tulaje katu yokodole ta salve e madi bulu.
he will not leave anything there because they took money from Saibin Emari.
And you are saying they were implicated in that case. That is Idrissa Job and Jim Drame. But did anything happen? Were they taken to court? How did the matter end?
Amunta yum foko sai etel dabe o konyin konole nung. Bari akonyin nata laban nyadile wairi sirafen kolem ako anata la nyadile.
Idrissa Job yo baile.
They sacked Idrissa Job.
And I cannot remember there is any investigation report that is out pertaining to war case nina.
By Idrissa Job, you meant Alhaji More.
Alhaji More.
Can you tell us what impacts this whole experience has had on you, your arrest, detention, torture, subsequent trial in the different courts?
Sai, nyinko membe ketateng, kabirin ke muta, ke samba ke tajireya, ke imabo kasola, kata hanfo kane samba kito la manaka kiti bunda kilindi, kito saun ta mulu bulu, wulu be tamata nyaming, fokana bula kona talaba nyaming, woyemun kule sababu itema ila hadama yado.
Follow ndimo bantama kalamuta.
First of all, my daughter passed away and I wasn't aware.
Korda min fanambe jikirala ngawa fupurka loyata kalonye.
The house that the compound that I also had my hopes on, I had to sell it off to pay my legal fees.
Inata fanan kambondi dunia ekonomiya lango kula manke tonyati.
They took me out into something that is not true.
That
saddened me a lot.
Baba kede.
Very well. My family and myself.
It
retarded us a lot.
And to date, Mr. Kabu, you still haven't received justice, and the perpetrators of the crime against you are still roaming free, and actually one of them is your boss now.
Amunta tonya mantama itla kodo. Imang silo tame yalonko wole nyanta tamala itla kodo. Men yalonko wole kata kurumuluti meyo tajire yakela, wulu felenti jang ibe yaila tus mankela. Adum kilimba wulu kono me yalonko bi wole natake itela bosti. So umukuleti me yalonko saying sagarolti itafamala jero.
Anikuya waratale barangale ko justice mantama because muitende tilimbalia inata kenna bosti ibe fudu la moto be buladiate nyame be farantana wate.
Yes, it is very sad to have treated me so badly and then to be walking about freely. You are here going up and down, driving your vehicle freely. That is really, really sad.
And where is Alhaji More now?
Alhaji More, saying at me.
I kabe Angleterre.
I heard that he's in the UK.
Do you know of any others who were implicated in your torture who are around in the service?
For yomodo lulonne many alonko hanimbi ibe do kola adu wol keta molleti many alonko wolle te tilimbaliano.
Ngelo ne Lamin Dabo.
Yes, I know them. Lamin Dabo.
Omar Jammeh. Sheriff Cisse. All baby do kola.
All of them are working.
Baby do kola NIA.
They are all working at the NIA.
Thank you very much for that information. We have come to the end of your testimony. I will now refer you to the commissioners who may have questions that they will ask you. Mr. Chairman, just before that, I just have one procedural point, and that is to tender the Point newspaper article that I referred to earlier, dated August 2nd, 2012. And it's Exhibit 121D.
I hear you correctly, 1213.
D, Mr. Chairman.
Oh.
Today, Mr. Chairman, you don't seem to be understanding me very clearly.
No.
I really must improve on my expression and my clarity.
I beg your pardon, I'm getting to become hard of hearing. Sorry about that. It's not your fault, it's the chair's fault. But again, thank you so much, Council, and thank you very much, Mr. Kabu, for your testimony. Truly sorry that you had to go through this torture and all the difficulties that you endured in the hands of agents of the state.
Mr. Kabu, yesedero menke. Nyinketa balafati anini kuya ka foko yenyim batani nying ibo membetaki aketa moleti men ya lonko wolu fangolu na mansa kunda fango men ya lonko wole wolu tado ko wala amunta wole yo tajire ya façon be lete kan aketa balafani ni kuyati hanimbi ise haketu ko men ketetela Mr. Kabu.
We sympathize with you at the loss of your daughter.
Nyinketa mfanali balafa bati idima membanta.
We have heard them yet again today.
Threats
that people make to witnesses that would have appeared here or people who are about to come to the TRRC. We have issued reminders about that several times against them threatening witnesses.
Kabula ka fo be bula la sedo lu nema melu nata sede aro la jang ani melu prete kanala jang na kumo fo sinya jama ke dandala.
I will ask council to go ahead and remind the public again on the illegality of that kind of threat being made.
Abediamula council koteke as a continent asi o dandalaro sainkanka bambandi jama molie menube lamoyro la dawoda pour isi abula kafo ibe sedo lu silandila men yalonko ikana sede yaro la jang ani menu pareta na la sede yaro la jang.
Council, you have the floor to do that, and then we will turn to commissioners and see if they have any questions to ask of the witness. Council, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll make sure that I would not know. That way I would hear everything that's been said. But that said, Mr. Chair, I want to re-echo the seriousness of what we are facing. Witnesses before the TRRC should be respected as such and should not be threatened or intimidated by anybody. Any such acts amounts to interference with TRRC witnesses and is a crime under the TRRC Act. The Commission would take this very, very seriously and would pay attention to the allegations that have been made by this particular witness. And should anything happen to the witness that suggests that the threats against him are being actualized, the TRRC would take appropriate action. But for the general public, I just wish to reiterate the fact that threatening witnesses, interfering with witnesses is a crime under the TRRC Act, and the Commission would take the matter very, very seriously. I therefore warn members of the public to desist from such activities. Those in the NIA or in the drug squad should also pay particular attention to this as we progress in these investigations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Council, for that reminder. Commissioners, do you have any questions to ask of the witness? Deputy Chair, you have the floor, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kabu.
Mr. Kabu.
I join the chairman in extending our sympathy to you.
Akabe kafula chairman ma kela balafani niku ya futandima yela batakan.
And the loss of your daughter.
Aning idimala bango.
And to also express our sympathy for the travesty of justice that you went through.
Ndumben balafa fana yitandila loi la tamabalia men ya fero sitika laita kan imanna son ka loi tamandi.
I have got 4 issues.
Ko kunani bije.
One is in relation to your work.
Killing follow womu ila do ko kenyaleti.
You say you are working for the Child and Gender and Child Welfare Unit.
Ko be do ko la Gender and Child Welfare Unit wala musolu anin dindingul la kunyalu fanna men marta wala.
Of the Drug Law Enforcement Agency.
Ka fo bunda wo fanambe bunda men ko ka fo le Drug Law Enforcement Agency.
You spoke a lot about your work with children.
Kujama fo ila do ko inin dindingul la karola.
You did not speak about your work with women.
Bari imam fem fo inin musol la do ko la karola.
Does that mean that there are no women drug-related incidents in this country?
Folum nyina yo sabu ko musolu men be nyim bankun kan ida bu kabula drug kunyal to wallahi bu katara ko kono.
Mba kabinte transfer ta je November.
Since I was transferred there in November,
Kana saying
up till now,
nka kel da malle soto.
all our cases are male cases.
Nka referral kel da mal referral soto.
Only male referrals that we got.
Kana fo bila mam musujeje bari ngalo ne ko musul fanan dol bi jele mi yalo ni sira fengol katale but nene me soto.
But up till date, we have not got a case involving a woman. I know there are women involved, but we've not yet gotten any case pertaining to a woman.
Thank God for that. Now the other one is on the modus operandi of your work.
Ako do momenti ila do ko fon sambanya na Kenya.
Your boss sent you
Ila boss le yeki
unarmed
adun jorante bulu
on a dangerous mission
andun ayeki ku sangara balela
to go and arrest
purieta molu muta
unknown persons
molu menu yalong emailong
who were engaged in a drug dealing operation.
meni yalong ko wolu bulobe sira fen julayale kono.
There was no backup.
Andum kuta koma me yalong ko mosijiki wala ko nyilisente makoy nole ninko kandita.
So is this the way that you people were operating? You were being sent on missions without any protection.
Ko fodum atella do ko alibata mandi kangole nyama bang ikali wulindile kali ki ko lu tamandola satara kute koma me yalon ko asike atella kanta dati.
Yes,
Drug squad.
the drug squad,
Nkatang kunne fensafo.
we went on our own.
Joram nkatarambulu.
The only weapon with us,
Wolong handcuffed.
that is the handcuff.
Fulanjango.
Secondly,
Foni mariela on tiaga soto.
except if you had your own individual tear gas with
Even
you,
handcuff from office boka dilade.
even the handcuff, the office never supplies it to you.
Ifangole ka nyini fay.
You seek it out for yourself.
So ntol nimbita arresting na nkatawole nyama.
So when we go for arrest, we just go like that.
But handcuff or joram or bukata.
But the handcuff or any other weapon does not go with us.
For sign recently,
Until now, recently,
ikaparal bulanding kono.
they used to put some paramilitaries to go with us.
Wole ka am.
And they are usually armed.
Ndo nimbita mo kilinnom.
And when we used to go, it's one person.
Natra abesiala mo fulalom.
If there would be many, just two,
Wole ninkido kata.
those will go with arms.
But the rest be buluken sengole kata. Foni ni fanso handcuff.
But all the rest will go empty-handed, except if you had your own personal handcuff.
The other one I find really unbelievable.
Kudo men fana ngaje ko nyi.
I believe your story, but I mean the whole scenario is unbelievable. That after your dramatic escape,
Bring itenata kana kana nyala.
you ran into the place that should be the safest place in the country. That's the police station.
Iborta idunta dulato. Dame yalon ko jele nyanta tankala dula beti nyimbanko kan. Police korda kono.
Into your boss's office.
Amanda wala itata foite fangola kebala office okono.
And instead of giving you the protection that you needed, they took you back to the place where your life was at risk.
Itelu nyanta ite kantala kema ko ke tankandi. Bari amanna ko kundinke fokete chika ke murundi wo dinkirato ite kanata nandame.
How can we explain that situation?
Isi o folo nyadile.
Nte komi nga fo nyadi kabra mulundi ge nga alaleta.
Just as I said earlier on, when he returned me back there, I just left everything in house of God.
Because I koitande fangola leko.
Because it was clear to me that
na director
my director
amang hani NIA
was scared of the NIA.
because Adam Manteng.
And he was not the only one.
Katun natra nga moil fang fire service fango. Mili along ko inina office benyoka wolko nito lamolong. They will either die, but inte muruna.
I heard that the fire officers who were close to our office, they said, if I was their officer, they will not take me back. They will either die or something else.
Because ila officer dobi je Omar woy wo fonyele.
Because one of their officers, Omar, told me that.
All the security sector.
But the whole issue is that there was nobody who was brave enough to face the NIA.
Because
if you observe, during that time, the NIA, they were the only ones who had pistols. And they were the ones who also used vehicles as they pleased.
It's a mall arrest down.
They could go anywhere they want, arrest people as they please. And so that was why I saw to it that my boss was scared.
So the Gambian population did not have any protection, because if the police who were supposed to protect them were so scared that they could not even protect their own officers, what would they do for the general populace? Anyway, thanks for that explanation. And my last one.
Polisol mani nyanta Gambia dingulu kantala ke tankandi mi wolu fangulu manna wo fero soto ima fijo soto puruka ifangulu la dokula kanta ka tankandi ako keta jakali kuoti ako barala ka jinin kar labango
Is on the lethal mixture of the cocaine and this other substance. I hope they didn't put it out into circulation, taking into consideration all the implications on the health of people.
Ako main sangarata ji ika kokenta ika ke laso kan sain wumu fenneti me yalonko wo sangarata ako bari ayamira fo korima janjandi nyimbanku mfango kan puru banko molu bulosi puru banko fondinke ulusama
mbawo kokeno min kabri wo data ho adante la NIA la nina manna courthouse.
My mother, since that cocaine was prepared, the only place it ended was at the NIA. It never came to the court.
And then manna courthouse male wo kenyadi.
It never came to the courthouse. I do not know what became
of it. Time ngalo na NIA ka drug arrest le barakatare fon lebulu.
And that time I was aware that the NIA used to impound drugs, but they are always in their possession at the NIA.
Because torturing boss from drug dealer long.
Because even the torturing boss was a drug dealer.
So what drug na from jang.
So whatever drug he impounded, that drug will not get out of that place.
So what drug ko mi jambando ke drug ka nene man na courthouse, mo nene man na courthouse during the trial from 2009 to 2011 and nene man na.
So that drug which was mixed up with limestone, nobody ever brought it to the court from 2009 until 2011 for the entirety of our court.
The question was, did it go into circulation to the general population?
Ako wole mnyinda nyimenyi nikafo ya janjandi banko kanjane fong.
I have no knowledge on that.
Very, very much.
Baraka.
Thank you. Any further questions? Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman.
Bishop lekane nyininka.
Mr. Lamin Kabo.
Mr. Lamin Kabo.
It's sad to hear the story that you narrated here.
Balafawarda ye kumumen sata jambi.
It would appear as if the NIA, took the law into their own hands.
Amulunta nyinga ko NIA ulu iteli lua tale drong ya dundi ifangulu buloko.
Because if they were involved
ning ayatara bitung idabi jele
in selling drugs themselves,
ka sira fengo wafi itelu fangulu ka drug jula yake,
then it means that they were sort of directly promoting
munta wala koto munyintiko itel men ke kan wala munta be drug kunya le kidimandi kan
the use of drugs.
Pour moli drug ma ka o kidimandi itel be wala no.
And since the people who were responsible for regulating the drug in this country, we are powerless.
Sayanga munta molu men yalon ko wolle nyanta lodula kala sira fen ko wala nyim banko kan ning anata findi ko wolu sembete lay be imam fijate la ferete bulu
to arrest the NIA who were suspect at the time.
pour nyin kamala isi NIA ol muta men yalon ko sobo keta wolle la wato.
It plunged the country in a very sad situation.
Kolu Kenya ma banko kan akata balafa ku bati nyim banko kan.
And we only hope that people that are in the security outfit that are responsible to carry out discipline will not be involved in such, serious game.
Nsi nyinji ko sotoko molu men yalon ko wolle be nyakanto nin tanko bundato woto nsi nyinji ko woto ala man tankala wulu kana idabula nyin ku fa songolu kono pour ka wulu tamandi banko ka.
The other worrying thing actually was the type of electrical gadgets that they were using in order to solicit confession from people.
Ku de ku do fana moment wolem itel kaw kuran jorang lu menuta kamulu tilimbali yake tajire ya purka kibaro soro ulubulu wala kaulu bula kullay mammenke wala ke forindi kullay mammenke.
One of them you mentioned electrical iron.
Yedo foja menke ta pasir lang fer kurama.
Do I understand that is the electrical iron that they use to iron clothes, that is what they use to torture people with?
Ako fodun tonya ay memfaham wolem nyinti ko ika fer kuram ma menta ka molla feto fatolu pasi ala fodun wo fer kuram ma kilingu nyiliole tatenka molu bala jato tinyala.
Thank you.
Kake nyinin kawol
nga al-Qur'anu mutamben kala ning ala na la kila tema.
I am holding the Quran. I am swearing between me and God.
Ning ala na la kila tema.
Between me, God, and his messenger.
Nobody
told me, I saw it myself. And the one that was burnt with it, Fernando Ko, I saw his body. And also, the clippers which they used to charge batteries, all of them are there. I swear. I swear. And this is between me and God. I am speaking the truth.
Commissioner Sambal, you have the floor.
Commissioner Sambal, can you ninka?
Mr. Fernando Mbe. Fernando. Mr. Kago. Mbe imasala idimula saya kama.
We express our condolence for the death of your daughter.
Ngamira ntela mansa kundantel bejikiri nga atelela pour aliyem makoy pour nga dindingul kanta pour ikana sira fengoma.
I think it is our government and you on whom we placed our hopes to help our children to protect them from getting in contact with harmful drugs.
Sila ning tankala fangu.
Now, if the people who are supposed to be protecting,
just
as the Mandinkas say, the rope that you use to get the bucket out of the well, if it falls into the well, do you think that bucket will come out of that well? Secondly, these ones that tortured you, do you think there is a Muslim amongst them? First off, what I'm going to respond to you on, NIA, the reason why they did what they did was for their own economic gains. Because drug was not their responsibility. The benefits that they accrue from it is what got them into it. It was not their official work. Yes, that is what got them into it. Because if at all the truth was to be maintained, even if they had any case of a drug anywhere,
janni bita
before they will go,
e nyanda itandile la boss la konkatale.
they should inform their boss that they want to make a move.
And even there is no fanko de la diary kono record je fanko bita operational.
And there was no record on their diary of that operation they went on.
So be la jibole.
So they were out for their own economic interest.
So mantara mansakundala.
So they were not working for the government.
Mantara Gambia dingol fanay.
They were not working for the Gambian
family.
They were working for themselves and their families.
Dolu,
others, I can say I do not know them. But during the time I spent at the NIA, I never saw Alaji Moore pray. God is a witness.
Salawato kantara jelenka celebrate akatara siringa akatara bisiringa nin chineska bong anala mall.
Prayer time used to find me there. While we are praying, he will be there sitting down, making himself busy and drinking his Guinness bottle. And I've never heard him to mention the name of Allah. And this, I can say, between me and God, for the time that I spent there, I never saw him pray.
Thank you. If there are no further, Imam C, you have the floor, please.
Imam Sile kana nyininka.
Momola men ñu ngi lay nuyu.
Momola men mbe konton na.
Ngejo imam.
Dëgg na li nga wax fi yob metti na trop.
Yeme mbe fo jang adiminta baak.
Jaaral nañ la fu metti.
Ye tambindi dula dimindi mbala.
Ñu lay jaale itam sa doom bi.
Mbe sanga konton na fanang idingula.
Te dafa melni ba léegi yow ba léegi yaa ngi ci metti.
Amunta wala ñinti dron ko fokana bula bila itebe o dimin kilingule kono.
Gama fi nga ne bete non nga fa nekkee.
Wayri kabrin nunto be ñamin hanimbi abew ñaakilingu ñaalema.
Ba léegi metti na.
Hanimbi wota diminta.
Waaye ñun de ñaanuñu kenn nga ñàkk sa place.
Bari ntel mom duwa pour moy fo la place wala.
Waaye ñaan ñu ngi ñaan ku jiite.
Bari mbe ala daane la même men tambita.
Da nga wara ragal yalla ci li nga jiite.
Isi sila ala la ilaw tamboni law ñaaton kaya kan.
Nga def ci nga ucci yoon bu rafet.
Isi sila kendo ñinin
nga jub ci
yettiling
ku nekk sa ron
même be koto
boko yokkut bol ko yakal
ni man amari lafa kanatinya
lolu dal lañuy ñaan ku ne
mbe wala duwa la momondi
yak sa place parce que sa place bi moy sa sutura
man la fi momondi fo la place wala kaatu la place wala moy la sutura bundati
way sa njité way ak sa man bum tak ya ngay jaay ku nekk sa ron doole.
Bari ila ñaaton kaya anila no kan sembo kan kana menu bete duma kana wulu mantora
legi yow da ngay muñ rek
say woto hanimbi ite si muña doro
yalla li moy indi
ala be men natila
du nit mo la koy jog
manke ko mo la bodi le la
mom mo la koy jog
ate ala fa ngole bodi le
jërëjëf
inum bara
baraka imam.
Thank you imam.
Thank you. If there are no further questions, Mr. Kabo, if you have any closing remarks to make, please proceed to do so now.
Saying Mr. Kabo, wairi nyinin kardota koma mobe nyinin kala menna. Silang, ite fanang, ilafta kumulu menu fulaka sindi moluma, ite fanang sitenteng, yela kukacha kumfawala.
Mbe Commissioner Kontona.
I extend my sincerest greetings to the Commission.
Ngabena na dunia balu kono bilon na kontano fangati.
Because I think in my whole life in this world, today is my happiest day.
Because because
the allegations placed on me, some people still look at me with those eyes. But because of sitting in front of the commission today has helped me to unload the burden on my head, which was really troubling me before. Really, I felt it. And up to now, I am still feeling the pain. But I will leave everything to the Almighty Allah. I'm appealing to you. Plus my relatives and colleagues who are still working as forces. I would like to inform our leaders to be straightforward and try to be fair and impartial. Let them help us and let them keep us in secret. Because the good name they get, we on the ground, this is what we do. We are workers on the ground. If you hear your name being mentioned, it is the foot soldiers who did the job. The truth is painful. What is our right? Let us give their anybody working under you,
I respect.
give him respect. And okay, also keep his whatever it deals with him, keep it below. Whatever is a person's right, give it to him. Because if had it not been for his efforts, the man below you, he will not get that good name. So let's all pray. Our Gambia, let's be one. Let's be same relatives. Let's take Gambia as our number one. Let it be our first priority. May Allah keep us all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Cabo.
Numbara, Mr. Cabo.
And thank you for coming to testify before the Commission.
The
platform that the Commission is giving you is a duty incumbent on the Commission. The Act establishing the Commission requires us to provide victims an opportunity to relate their own accounts of the violations and abuses suffered. We are only carrying out a duty given to us by the about the Parliament. We thank you very much indeed again for coming to testify before the Commission. This brings us to the end of today's proceedings. And we will resume Monday morning, 10 o'clock. Have a restful weekend, all of you. Council, you have a procedural point of order to make? Or?
No, just to remind that we are watching and we are paying great attention to the witness. Should anything happen, the TRRC would act, and it would act robustly.
Adung council kamen fojan lead council ako wolem nyinti ko TRRC la alfalu anin molum beben hakilo tulale nga nyaayele ngan tulo yele nga kantaro ke puru nyin sedo membe sirin jang mseng hakilo tuwala koluto nin kuo kundin ketala TRRC inin sembo be wulila ibe kango tamandila me yalonko wala be kala sarto nin luwala kangote atela kanto nin tankadala karola.
Thank you all very much indeed, and have a nice weekend. Meeting is adjourned.